What's going on, everyone? So after game two, Anthony Davis in his press conference, obviously he threw the mic down on the Jamal Murray question, stuff like that. I love that, right? Hopefully he really shows up in game 3 and 4. He's been spectacular in the first two games, everything we could ask for. And it's unfortunate that hasn't been enough. I mean, he's been great on both sides of the basketball. You can see his frustrations, getting snubbed from the Defense Player of the Year award, all of it, right? It's just culmination. Hopefully he just takes out all of his aggression in these two home games, right? We need both. Can't lose even one of them. But it appeared Anthony Davis called out Darvin Ham, right? Now, it's not a direct, like, Darvin Ham's trash type call out, but what he said kind of makes you go, okay, yeah, it's got to be about Darvin Ham. Anthony Davis said, we have stretches where we don't know what we're doing on both ends of the floor. Just got to get it right on Thursday in game 3, which, again, whose job is it to get guys to know and understand where they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to do, right? It's the head coach on the coaching staff. So the fact that Anthony Davis says we have stretches where we don't know what we're doing on both ends of the floor, that's not very good. Now, he could just be speaking, literal and not directly to Darvin Ham, just kind of, hey, we get these stretches where can't buy a bucket, can't get a stop. Guys just seem lost, right? Kind of calling out the team as a whole, which I do think it's probably a little bit of both. There's probably a little bit of like, hey, the team needs to get them stuff together and the coach needs to figure it out and navigate this. And it doesn't help. No, I mean, well, Darvin Ham isn't great, period. But it also doesn't help when he says stuff like in response to defending Jokic. It's like, I don't know what to do. Like, come on, man. Like, make something up. Right? I know a lot of times he likes to just kind of say the little, I guess, kind of smirky remarks. Or, everyone's just going to react over one game. Everyone's going to... And it's like, well, dude, it's not like we're 5-5 in the series or, we've beaten them 7 of the last 10 times or something like that. And it's just after game 1, it was tough. It's like we literally cannot beat Denver no matter what we do. We had a 20-point lead in the third quarter and couldn't beat Denver, right? It took Jamal Murray to make it a game winner, but still we couldn't beat him. It's like, come on, dude. And it's just this team as a whole. Right? Like, it's the adjustments. It really is. It's the adjustments because both games, we go to the locker room, and I even made a video about this earlier today. Go check that out if you haven't watched it. About the second halves, right? Go to the locker room. We have a lead at the half, which is good, right? The game's ended at halftime. We'd be 2-0 right now, baby. But the reality is, it doesn't work like that. 48-minute games, right? But we go into the games at the half, and we come out, and Denver comes out, and one team has made clear adjustments, one team has made clear changes, and one team ends up winning the game. And look, I get, to an extent, I mean, it's all coaches, not just Darvin Ham, but it's just, he doesn't help that he's not great at these little X's and O's and game management areas, but, like, challenge that call, at the end of the game, on the foul on Jamal Murray. Even if the call stands, at least you get time to draw up a play and get LeBron and AD and everyone some rest, right? Like you saw Jason Kidd in the Dallas game yesterday, right? Takes Luka and Kyrie out during the free throws to just give them an extra minute, and then immediately after the free throws called the timeout. So that way those two guys could get a little more rest to close out the game strong. And guess what? They did. Dallas won. And now it's tied going back to Dallas, right? Like, it's the little things that are the difference. It's those little, moments, especially in a game that is so marginal, especially in a game where it's like one sequence, one play, one, lack of execution, one just an extra breath, getting an extra rest, challenging a call, whatever. It's like the little things, just one of those little things could be the outcome of this game and ultimately the series. And it's like Darvin Ham fails to make those calls every single time. But again, as I was saying before I diverted a little bit, was when you get into the second half, it's hard to want to change much when things are going great and you're up 15 at halftime, right? Just kind of like, all right, keep doing what you're doing, right? But as soon as things start going stagnant, as soon as things start going bad, the Lakers just, Anthony Davis is right. It's like nobody knows what to do on either side of the ball, right? Like Denver can't stop the Lakers. Even at the end of the game, Lakers were getting whatever they want. They made like 4 of the last 6 shots or something like that, right? Like Lakers are getting whatever they want, right? Like it's the Lakers just poor execution and poor shot creation and just being stagnant, killing the clock and doing all that. And I understand it's like you're up 20, right? You're just trying to get out of this game alive, right? But you do the things that got you there and you live with the results, right? Like, but when you go completely away from the game plan and the execution, what do you expect? This is the result that you're going to get, which is L's, 2 L's. As 2 games in a row, we get away from what's working. We take our foot off the gas. And what happens? We look and, here's Denver. They're back. And guess what? We lose. It's one of those things like we got to find that solution. And maybe we can't. Maybe there isn't. I don't know. But Anthony Davis is right. Guys have to figure it out. Guys have to play better on both sides of the basketball. They have to stop looking lost. Austin Reeves, these first 2 games, he just looks scared out there at times. Like he looks like he doesn't know what to do out there at times. And it's like, dude, like we need you, right? Rui just struggling. It's like, dude, we need you. Right? It's like these all of these little things are so like, again, in a series that is just so marginal, everything comes down to a play, a possession. In reality, you don't lose on just one moment or one bad play or whatever, but they start to stack up, right? And it's like I keep talking about the Rubik's Cube that is the Denver Nuggets. And I do believe as soon as we solve that, we'll be right back in the series. The problem is, if we go down 0-3 and we solve it, we're not winning 4 straight times. Like just because we solve it doesn't mean that we'll be able to. You still have to solve it with enough time, right? Like clock's winding down, and it's like, yeah, you finally figured it out, but you gotta solve it 3 more times before that clock expires. The clock's gonna expire, right? If we figure it out game 3 and we finally get the blueprint, we finally navigate through what we need to navigate through, and we kind of overcome our demons, and you do the same thing game 4, now all of a sudden it's tie series. You're feeling confident, you're feeling high. It's like, dude, we should have swept them. We're up 15 in game 1 and 20 in game 2. Right? We lost those games. They didn't beat us. We lost those games. Right? Like that's how the Lakers should feel. And we're going to find out. We're going to see how the Lakers feel. And we're going to see how the Lakers react. Do they just crumble? Because it is tough. That's heartbreaking. Right? That just sucks the air out of you. Watching Jamal hit that shot, and it's just like, It's like every time we need the ball to go left, it goes right. Every single time. We need LeBron to hit the 3, he misses it. We need Jamal Murray to miss it, he makes it. Every time. It's the story of the Lakers and the Denver Nuggets. But that doesn't mean that once you get that ball to fall, that domino to drop, doesn't mean that the rest of them won't. It's just, can we figure it out in time? But Anthony Davis is right? Anthony Davis is correct. He needs to get on him. They need to figure it out. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Think Anthony Davis is correct? Do you think Anthony Davis is the answer? Do you think the Lakers bounce back? Again, how do you feel? Let me know. down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot, so we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.